There will be some intergalactic revelations, that which will rock the world. This is a preparation. We, having had the wool pulled over our eyes for many a millennia, not actually knowing who we are, where we reside from, what we're made up of, and why happenings are occurring. Mining and underground activities still feeding an external federation. This is where shoring up regions of land and geographical influence is a primary concern for leadership today. Humans able to allow other beings to utilize their physical being. This is through their free will. They have consented to this, and therefore their shell or exterior can be energetically utilized and puppeteered. There will be much that will be revealed to create disturbance at this time. Stay stable, my friends. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Got to apologize for the recording of the last episode. I think I had my microphone on mute, so it really was quite a poor sound quality. So I'm actually doing my introduction after the fact this time, because when I was going through my process, I had Yeshua just telling me, just build up the energy and start. So I really hope you get something out of this episode. I feel like the episodes are getting more controversial. I'm waiting to be like, I don't know, like from YouTube, but we'll see. Interesting, coming from a very non-controversial person. So again, just following my guidance and bringing you the information that I get, trusting that the information I get just through lots and lots of practice and trust exercises, I do really trust that. So here goes. Today I'd like to speak about things which are upcoming, that which will create fear and anxiety and wondering, who am I and where did I come from and who is telling the truth and what is happening upon this earth. There will be some intergalactic revelations, that which will rock the world. This is a preparation. You will notice that there has been many on channels recently exposing and preparing those who are tuned in and willing to listen, those like you who are of a higher energetic vibration, who know and disconnect from mainstream narratives, knowing that all is not as it seems, and therefore plugging into that which resonates and feels more in alignment with what it is that you know, that there is more going on, that there is no transparency, that the information that we're being fed is icing on the cake, so to speak, the actual cake not being available to us. We, having had the wool pulled over our eyes for many a millennia, not actually knowing who we are, where we reside from, what we're made up of, and why happenings are occurring. This channel having provided some insights to this during the last video, this video being suppressed, certain words being triggered, and therefore not being visible to many who normally would see this upon their feed. This is where this channel is creating a separate platform where all are able to reveal in hidden insights, that not being suppressed, that being available privately. This is where insights will be shared and things will be foretold. This has become necessary as there are AI in this instance actually working against mankind, certain words, certain phrases, certain shared experiences being alerted and therefore suppressed. This is where AI has some limitations and can be controlled for narratives of others. Therein lies also the concern that certain rhetorics and narratives are being fed and other suppressed. We beseech you to seek that which resonates with you and follow that to reveal hidden truths. The truth in this instance being that we are all multidimensional, our DNA strands comprising of multiple galactic origins, plants, flora, fauna coming from often separate creators that having input to create a kaleidoscope upon this earth, one that all can experience, quite a unique environment. Earth being relatively isolated in that inhabitants not necessarily being aware of each other, although there are those inhabitants who are very aware of global circumstances as regards the bigger picture. Mining and underground activities still feeding an external federation. Resources, minerals, and ores still being precious and required to be utilized off planet. Sanctions placed to create a control in this manner. The battle for the riches, the minerals of this planet being one that is actually creating this current scenario. Factions which are apparent for reasons which don't appear to be clear. The narrative distracting from the reality of the matter. The battle actually being for resources, trace elements, and minerals. This is where shoring up regions of land and geographical influence is a primary concern for leadership today. The taking of countries such as Venezuela and the decimation of Iran, the other takeovers underway, such as Greenland, ensuring access to minerals and therefore a dominance and a trade. There are alliances which appear as though their countries are, there are countries operating in cahoots which have apparent enmity. The people residing in these places being mere pawns for a bigger game. These also being related to galactic origins, and I'm seeing merging of alien souls within the human psyche. Humans able to allow other beings to utilize their physical being. This is through their free will. They have consented to this, and therefore their shell or exterior can be energetically utilized and puppeteered. But if we go back to the origin of the energy, the soul, which has habitated this exterior, they are working in cahoots as brothers. This is a play. They are creating an apparent divide. This divide is not the divide that we actually are seeing. This divide is an alliance, and the divide being between leadership and factions and the mere mortals upon this earth, those that are being used as a pawn in the game. The game being how to control the masses, how to create a following, how to suppress sovereignty, how to create fear. This is where all must stay strong and realize that the narrative is not as it seems, and therefore disconnect from that which you're being shown. Humans being herded to perform and behave in a certain manner in response to perceived aggravations. These aggravations are constructed, and the narrative is controlled. So this is where the way forward for human beings is to remain strong, remain sovereign, remain independent, and saying no to that which does not seem aligned. Human fighting human, nation fighting nation, entering into fear and lower vibrational behavior, man against man. Do not follow mainstream narratives such as rock and roll. I'm hearing like the lyrics and not pop, but so beware what you ingest through song lyrics, through vibrations which are being shared as popular trending artists. These are also not necessarily what they seem, them having contractually signed their soul so that they also are available for alien, energetic takeover. The narrative being to lower the vibration of all through certain behaviors. This being apparent with characters such as Epstein, Prince Andrew. I'm hearing the royal family. The royal family, yeah, I'm seeing Prince Charles, the Queen, Prince Andrew, Prince Philip. These souls being protected, these souls rising to fame, these souls having their needs met, and having the ability to be kind of taken over in an energetic capacity to lower the vibration and maintain control of the masses. This energy being not one that has compassion for the many. These constructs being very hard to understand. this being quite a mind-blowing revelation. Revelations will be had. There will be UFO. I'm hearing disclaimer. There are materials and examples which are available and will be released to the public. The origin of our DNA and our galactic history and origins also becoming transparent. This creating a immediate reaction. Those who don't believe, who adhere to religion not in alignment with these revelations, and the loss of faith, the peeling away from religious institutions, the wondering where to turn, the losing the foothold, and also, in some cases, mental health. Do not be one of these. Do not lean upon any institution. Know that you are a sovereign being. Know that you are housed in an intergalactic shell, which was created and designed for this manner, that you are an energy that is housed and resides within this shell, that you can invite other energies to also reside within your energetic field, yours being suppressed. This is like an energetic walk-in, there being many energetic beings that we are not aware of, that are not apparent, walking upon this earth on a different frequency level, not necessarily intergalactic messengers as such, those walking amongst us. There is much that occurs energetically in our plane, in our world. The rising of the vibration, the becoming aware, the standing strong, the saying no, the unshackling of yourself from the bigger picture, from these games being necessary to release you, to allow you to float free, to rise above, to be administered to by other benefic energies, this being your way free, your way clear, minding, intelligence being so some mass procedures being harmful to the sovereignty, one being that of a common identification through digital means, which will be heralded as a positive necessity. The other being through the provision of medicines to protect you from harmful strains. I'm trying to say that in a way that I'm not going to be triggered. That which enters, this is to be avoided. These containing micro particles which can be externally controlled. The rising of the vibration, the maintaining your sovereignty, the strength of your soul being able to overcome. Your success lies in community and banding together and holding each other and remembrance, allowing intuitive growth and therefore soul awarenesses through guided journeys, meditations, connections, learning what to trust, being aware of fake or false narratives, that which does not lend true. The energetic composition of certain beings feeling cold, feeling remote. You can think of humans as robots being programmed and amenable to control. This is why we are playing within a monetary system and we are stuck on the hamster wheel, life being performed off grid, being extremely difficult, designed not to uphold. I'm hearing suppression, each soul being suppressed. And so this is where the battlers of old have put their hand up and said, I can be available. I will be involved in the battle of a lifetime. I am a rigorous soul and I will have awarenesses. I will call upon the strength of my soul and previous experiences, and I will uphold my sovereignty. Being drawn to channels such as this to trigger awarenesses and soul growth, soul awarenesses. Call upon the energy of those around you. So Yeshua and the angelics still being available, always being there as a consciousness for you, not requiring the bounds of religion to experience this. This is still a strength you can draw upon. They stand with us at this time and support us and are available to us. And we should draw strength from this and not require the leaning upon an institution to experience this. This can be experienced by all and sundry at any moment, at any time. This is easier than ever before in the rising tide of these times. Much guidance and love and support is available here. Garnering a closer relationship with your guide overseeing all, not being mired down by human requirements, being able to see as an eagle soaring a bigger picture, being able to provide you a way forward. So listen to your callings, listen to your pullings. This may take you in a different direction. There may be much which peels away at this time, seeking groups and those who are resonating. Some of you rising before those around you, and this being a very isolating time. So once again, your strength being in banding together and staying strong, not letting anxieties and revelations and external noise rock your inner sanctum. There will be much, much that will be revealed to create disturbance at this time. Stay stable, my friends. We are here for you. We love you and we leave you. Well, I don't think that that made much sense at the beginning. I didn't feel like it did. Um, I'm going to have a little bit of a listen. I actually had Yeshua. He came to me last night and he showed me um, an energy can merge with your energy field. And he merged with mine, and I felt that he was going to come through very strongly today. So that when I went to do my usual introduction, I was told just to increase my energy and then just to bring him through, that he was there. So I feel this was from Yeshua himself, Yeshua being Jesus. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of revelations. And what he said to me last night, so I felt like I was going to be channeling him, and he said there were going to be many that were lost at this time through revelations, and that it was important for them to know that he was still available. And so that did come through. Anyway, that's interesting about suppression because I suddenly had a drop off in numbers. And yeah, I was wondering what that was about. This could be, quite an interesting time. So, my friends, that's another channeling. So, stay strong, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.